The eternal love story of Shiva Adishakti, a cosmic tale of fire, fury, and unbreakable devotion. Prologue. The universe holds its breath. In the beginning, before time had meaning, there was only silence. Shiva, the ascetic god, lost in endless meditation, his body smeared with sacred ash, his matted locks coiled like serpents. And then there was her, Adishakti, the Primordial Goddess, the force that breathes life into the cosmos. She would come to him again and again in different forms, through fire and rebirth, through patience and fury, until the universe itself trembled at the power of their love. This is not just a love story. This is the love story. Part 1. Sati, the goddess who burned the world for love. The great king Daksha Prajapati sneered at the wild god who wandered cremation grounds, who wore skulls as ornaments, who danced with ghosts. "This is no husband for my daughter," he declared. But Sati, radiant, fierce, an incarnation of Adishakti herself, had already given her heart to Shiva. She cared nothing for palaces or jewels. She wanted him, the untamed, the infinite. For years she endured scorching summers and frozen winters, meditating in fire and ice, until even Shiva's unbreakable focus wavered. He opened his eyes and saw her, truly saw her, and in that moment the universe shifted. Their wedding was a storm of divine contradictions. Demons and sages, gods and mortals, all witnessing the union of destruction and creation. But Daksha's hatred festered. At a grand sacrificial fire he invited every deity, except Shiva. Sati, heart pounding with betrayal, went alone. When Daksha spat venom, mocking her husband before the assembled gods, the air itself grew heavy. "You wish to insult the one who holds the cosmos in his breath?" Sati's voice was soft, but the earth trembled beneath her. "Then let this fire consume more than just offerings." And with a cry that shattered the heavens, she stepped into the sacred flames, Shiva's descent into madness. When the news reached him, Shiva did not weep. He did not scream. He laughed, a sound so terrible that stars flickered out. Tearing a lock from his hair, he hurled it to the ground, and from it rose Virabhadra, a monstrous warrior with 1,000 arms, eyes burning like dying suns. The heavens rained blood as Shiva's wrath tore through Daksha's kingdom. But it was not enough. Cradling Sati's scorched body, Shiva began the Tandava, the dance of annihilation. Mountains crumbled, oceans boiled. The gods begged Vishnu to stop him before the world was unmade. With a flash of his Sudarshana chakra, Vishnu severed Sati's body into pieces, scattering them across the land. Where each fragment fell, a Shakti Pita, a sacred shrine, sprang to life. And Shiva? He vanished into the shadows, his heart a wasteland. Part 2. Parvati, the goddess who melted stone. Years passed. The world ached in the silence of Shiva's grief. But Adishakti was not finished. Reborn as Parvati, daughter of the mountain king Himavan, she remembered. She knew him, and she would not let him forget her. Shiva sat frozen in meditation, his body encased in ice, his mind beyond reach. Parvati came to him, not as a queen, but as a humble devotee. She served him. She waited. The gods grew impatient. "Send Kama, the god of desire," they urged. "Break his trance." Kama fired his flower-tipped arrow, and Shiva's third eye blazed open. With a single glance, Kama was reduced to ashes. But Parvati did not flinch. She stood on one leg for centuries, her flesh withering, her resolve unshaken. Shiva, intrigued, approached her in disguise. "Why waste your youth on a god who cares nothing for you?" he taunted. Parvati's eyes burned. Even if the universe forgets his name, I will not. And in that moment Shiva saw her, again. Their love was playful, fierce, a balance of darkness and light. Once Shiva covered her eyes in jest, plunging the world into night. Parvati, laughing, began her own meditation, until Shiva, restless without her, roamed the earth like a lovesick mortal. Part 3. Kali when love wears the face of death. But Adishakti was not only gentleness. When the demon, Raktabija, arose, each drop of his blood spawning a new monster, the gods begged for her wrath. And so, from Parvati's brow, erupted Kali. Her skin black as the void, her tongue lolling like a bloodied sword. She slaughtered armies, drank rivers of gore, danced on corpses until the earth was slick with death. And then she could not stop. The universe trembled on the edge of annihilation, until Shiva lay down in her path. The moment Kali's foot touched his chest, she froze. Her wild eyes cleared. In shame she bit her tongue, and the storm within her stilled. For even destruction, unchecked, must bow to love. Epilogue. A love that moves the stars. Shiva and Adishakti are not just gods. They are the pulse of existence. Shiva is the silence between heartbeats. Shakti is the fire that makes the heartbeat. Without her, he is a corpse. Without him, she is chaos. Their love is not just passion, it is creation itself. Would you like to hear more about their divine children, Ganesha Kartikeya, or how their love inspires tantric philosophy? Please subscribe to the channel for more videos. Press the icon button for the new video, and please do subscribe and like and share the video. Thank you for watching our videos.